it's Coach Pryor here at the Coach's Classroom, and we're getting into our next point that we're actually contacting the ball in the hitting zone according to the pitch. So whether you have an inside pitch, down the middle, or an outside pitch, we're making contact in the right place. So let's talk a little bit about the hitting zone and what that entails. Okay, well obviously we have a strike zone. We want all of our players to understand what their strike zone is. So you'll ask what the strike zone is. They'll give you a bunch of answers, but roughly around the the top of the knees area up to about the armpits is our strike zone, and obviously the width of the plate. So that is our strike zone. So once we understand the relationship of where a strike is, we need to now talk a little bit about the hitting zone. So this will encompass the hitting zone. And we have a right-handed batter, okay, at the plate, and we're going to just talk a little bit about their down the middle pitch. Roughly, they're usually their down the middle pitch will probably be somewhere right out in front of the plate, and I'm going to demonstrate that here in a minute. They're inside the pitch, they're going to have less time, and they're going to hit this pitch somewhere out this way. And their outside pitch will probably be back here somewhere. So where you can see we're creating this diagonal, this kind of diagonal effect for their zone. Now, if I was to move backwards, just to give you a relationship, let's say the batter has their front foot off the plate here, and they set up back here, then this entire zone will shift back with them based on their levers, their swing, and where they actually make contact with a good power L, and their hips turned, chin to chest, and all that jazz. This would actually move with them. Okay, so again, if you were to move forward, and they were forward in the box, then this zone would move out as well. So your hitting zone will relocate or move with you based on where you stand in relationship to the plate, which is a very important concept to understand. Okay, but I want you to understand the relationship between inside, this is the inside pitch, middle, and outside. Okay, so you understand that concept. And it's important to understand that concept because when we go into drill period or specials, it's important that if you're working on the inside pitch, you're actually working on the inside pitch, and you're not taking reps saying, okay, I'm working on the inside pitch, but you're working on really the down the middle pitch. So it's important to have the tee in the right position, the right relationship. It's important when you're doing soft toss or if you're doing front toss and you're working on different locations, then it's important that the hitters actually understand the concept, but also their partners or the coach understand the concept so they can put the ball in the right place and know that the hitter's working on a good contact point in their hitting zone. Okay, so that's kind of the relationship right there. Let's take a look at it, what it looks like down here at the plate. I've put together kind of a inside, down the middle, and outside based on where I stand. So if I'm standing here and I'm measured up real well and I want to go to my down the middle pitch, I'm going to be here, okay? I've got a nice power L here. We'll talk more about that. My hands are inside and above the ball. My chin's down as I make contact, and then I'm going to push through and finish my swing. If I'm going to go to the inside pitch, my hands, again, they have to get inside the ball, and I've got to get here, okay? I got to meet that ball a lot quicker. I've still got the same relationship so that I can hit that ball and drive through that ball and finish, okay? And then my outside pitch, I still have good plate coverage because I'm going to hit this ball right here, but now I'm making contact, I'm still here, and then I'm going to push through that ball and drive it to right field. So you've really got to understand the relationship of where am I going to make contact so that I'm in a good body position with all the right connection points. Again, have the kids practice that, getting them in a good position, and that they understand that relationship for their contact. So if we take a look right here at Cal Ripken Jr., okay, let's look at his contact point, all right? His legs turn. Look at, he's got power L. This arm is just slightly bent. He's got his wrist back behind the handle. It's not tucked under. Okay, he's making contact with that ball. Now look where that ball's at and where his bat is. It's kind of a slight angle. So he's either going to be early on a down the middle pitch, but chances are that pitch right there was an inside pitch. And he's getting out way out here in front of the plate, and he's meeting that ball, and he's hitting that ball square on the bat. Now when we hit, we want to make sure that our contact point is about 2 inches at the end of the barrel, and then we've got about 4 inches, 6 inches maybe for a sweet spot on the bat. Okay, that's what we're saying, hey, that's the sweet spot, man. We're going to really drive the ball. Our hands are going to get inside and above the ball so we can get to a contact point where we're squaring up the ball. So if you look in this picture, look where his hands are. Hands are inside the ball and above the ball. The barrel has dropped, and he's tracked the ball along this line. He probably dropped his barrel about here, and he track, square. He's right in the center of the ball, and he's in the sweet part of the bat, just like we talked about. 2 inches to the end of the bat, and then he's right in that sweet 4 to 6 inch sweet spot to really barrel up the ball and drive the ball for effect. So I want you guys to really understand that it's very important to understand your hitting zone and according to the pitch, what your contact point is, because everything you do drill-wise is impingent on you getting quality reps with the right contact point. It makes no point really to work on something and get lots of reps and you're not working on the right stuff. And we'll talk more about that when we get into drilling with the tee, and I'll show you some things that kids do and young players do with a tee that is completely wrong and just really taking just bad reps and compounding more problems on the dysfunction that they already have within their swing. So that's a little bit right there on contact point, understanding your concept behind the hitting zone and how that moves with you based on where you stand in the box in relationship to the plate. Again, my name is Coach Pryor, and that's the RockStar way.